This driver board is from a Bram Stoker's Dracula, and it needed, what was it, 5 fuses replaced. And the client indicated that the 5 volts would sag after the power had been on for quite some time. So this, of course, is C5, the 5 volt cap, and somebody had previously replaced it. I don't really like those 2 caps at C5 and C11 because they're so much different from the form factor of the original caps. But I removed C5, and sure enough, the through holes were torn, and there were jumpers between C5 and BR2 here, but I removed those jumpers, repaired the through holes with some rivets, and she's good to go now. This has been running for 3 hours, and it's been a rock solid 4.95 volts, which is fine. The regulated 12 is at 11.8, unregulated at 14.5. That is flash lamp and coil power. I did replace C4 in the center of the board. That's also in the 5 volt section, and C2 had begun to leak, and I had to tin up some traces there, and that one's just fine right now. Power output at J114 header replaced, the 3 GI headers here replaced, all the power in and the top ground header replaced, and here's the unregulated 12 header that was replaced also. No other failures on this board. The DMD controller was sent along with it also, and it had a failure on the negative high voltage side. I rebuilt the whole board, so this one is now good to go. I measured the voltage on it earlier, and the high voltage was -115, -103, and 68 as I recall, and it is clearly still correct after 3 hours. So let's put the boards into test. And solenoid test. I have the WPC DMD test ROM and a spare MPU board, and so it's driving the first 16 coils. Awesome. We'll do the GI test. And I'd already buzzed the traces, the principal reason why general illumination fails, and they were fine. And we can do lamps and flashers at the same time. There are all 12 flasher circuits and all the lamps. On the display, there's not that much to test, but we'll go through it. You can speed this test up by using the coin door up and down buttons. I'm holding the up button, and we want to get to right there, RAM test okay. So this board is performing perfectly also. I thank you so much for sending them out for a little bit of a wash up to get some solder flux and some grunge off of these, and then back to Southeast United States. Thank you so much.